Good evening. It was billed, and many still see it, as one of Britain's great success stories. The huge expansion in higher education, which has turned university from being the privilege of the 5% elite to a mass experience for more than 50% of our young people. But is it a triumph or a con? This week came news that investigators have been sent into 8 as yet unnamed universities accused of offering poor quality degrees. Critics talk of dumbed-down courses, wildly inflated degrees, disappointment in the jobs market and lifelong debt. 4 out of every 10 graduates now get a first, a proportion that's doubled in a decade and most, the university's watchdog says, cannot be explained. What's also difficult to explain is that even though so many more go to university and achieve so much better results, Britain is the only developed country in the world where young adults are, on average, less literate and numerate than their parents. The degree's not an automatic passport to a premium job either. Currently, around half our graduates go into roles previously done by non-graduates. So is university for so many really such a good thing? Does it widen their minds, launch their careers, increase social mobility? Or are many paying a high price for a second-rate course, a worthless degree, and no welcome in the workplace? University, what's it for, who's it for, and what good is it?
Speaker 1.
So I've spent most of my professional life in universities, but I think I'm rather conflicted now. In the end, I do think universities have to be about more than developing work skills, because we've commodified education to such an extent that instead of the onus being on how we can produce civic-minded and critically engaged, empathetic citizens, the balance has gradually tipped more and more to how much will they earn once they graduate.
Speaker 2.
Melanie, you've written quite a lot about this.
Yes, it did. I wrote a whole book about it many years ago. My view is that not everyone is suited to university education, and shoehorning in so many over these years has sacrificed standards for social engineering, left many young people without the skills they need, while making degrees themselves increasingly meaningless.
Speaker 3.
Yeah, look, universities are imperfect institutions, and there are many ways in which they could change for the better, but yet, in my view, the expansion of higher education is overall a good thing for students, for society, and it should continue.
Speaker 4.
I'll always be like Rita, Willie Russell's Rita, and have that view that I want it all. I want to kick open the book-lined rooms of high-level education and give everyone access to it. But I think the problem with today is that we've lost faith in what's in the books in those book-lined rooms. And instead of challenging young people to think more broadly and learn things, we spend all our time patting them on the backs and making sure they're safe.